Diego si Moro, VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally.
Able to get anything else, and it's just been a massive struggle against this Necrocotl lane. Just nothing he can do. Look at this. Palos is
my
gone.
God.
Zephyr secures first blood on the Keeper of the Light. See if Bob can get it done. He's certainly off to a great start, though, and that's what you want to see if you're Execration. There's Carl. We chase down a nice gank attempt here from Execration. Split Earth is going to land, and Carl is going to drop. Bob able to take the kill, and well, now they can certainly get a hell of a lot of damage. If not, just take down this mid-tier 1 tower. One tower. Gonna be focused by Execration. Zephyr's gonna be there on the Coddle though, but it might be a tough defense as Whitemon is gonna get jumped. Carl's gonna show up with the epicenter, but who are we aiming down? He'll go after the Abaddon. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade, but now he's in big trouble. A nice stun out. They've taken down Carl a second time.
Building off this foundation Bob has laid out, and as long as they keep applying this pressure, as long as they keep shutting down the map, it feels good.
Yeah, Palos get caught out. Carl gonna put the hand up for a high five, giving him the wave, and well, Palos, he tried to use the counter.
But not the full Hood of Defiance, so he's still pretty burstable with magic damage here.
Cuckoo, he jumps now. Stun will land into the follow-up. He never got the Ghost Round off, but no, he does get it barely in time. And that may have saved his life. At least for now, as Vincenzo's even going to move in. Cuckoo, dropping lower, is going to drop. Execration, able to find a big one. They got the Necrophos down, and that versus Tino, gonna show himself, but this is all bait. They think they've got a free target, but that's not the case. Carl, he'll make the jump in with the epicenter onto Tino. That'll be a Dragon Knight gone. They'll even commit the Reaper's Scythe just in case. Shanks, he'll be okay to TP up, but I can't say the same for Vincenzo. Will eventually get stunned up. Does pop the borrowed time, but there's your Fiend's Grip from Whitemon. No playing around. They want everything they can get, and they will take it.
Prospect, but they could isolate someone here.
Now they've got Cuckoo. Smoke will be broken, but Cuckoo is completely alone, and I doubt his team gets there in time to try and help him out. The Ghost Shroud is going to be there in time, but Bob still just with the Pulse Nova doing so much damage. But Cuckoo, he's still out of there. At least for now, he's running. He may have made it as now Carl comes in with the Burrow Strike epicenter on Bob. Oh, he cops the Reaper's Scythe, and he's going to drop. Cuckoo somehow still alive, because it gives the voice lines.
Illuminate heals, even at nighttime. You know, even though it says daytime heals only, you get hit by the Illuminate ult at night. From the Coddle, you still have some. They might isolate Bob here.
Yeah, that's a big target. Bob, the highest net worth hero right now on the side of Execration. Going to be protected by Vincenzo, but the Burrow Strike is in. He's dropping too low. Bob needs to run. He'll make it out. I can't say the same for the Abaddon, though. Vincenzo, he's going to drop, but they're going to counter-initiate. Palos moving in, trying to protect Tino on this Dragon Knight, but the magic damage is way too high. The Palos is right back to farming.
Find the angle. They've got a pretty good low ground ward here to spot anyone playing by the tier 2. And they just need to work that out, although they see Tino instead.
They do, and Tino, well, he's quite tanky, but not tanky enough. Gonna be a nice easy pick off there for T1, and with the BKB up now on Gabby, it seems like they're more than happy to just go after that tier 2 bottom tower. There's not really much in the way of stopping them right now. In fact, top lane. Yeah, epicenter, Burrow Strike out onto Bob. Whitemon right behind. Does get the Nightmare. Has the Fiend's Grip as well, but just waiting on Vincenzo to use that Aquatic Shield. It won't matter. Reaper's Scythe's gonna fly out. And poor old Vincenzo, well, he was trying to help, but he's gonna pay for it quite heavily, as he will lose his own life. Never mind.
Big pick off. Zephyr is worth 7k net worth, just about the same level as Tino. T1 will go for that smoke play now, but you have to appreciate that. Zephyr matching an offlane.
Yeah, I certainly do, John. Bob, he's just gone instantly. Vincenzo not able to move in and help out. They don't even require the Reaper's Scythe for the Leshrac, and well, with the Nightmare, they can just hold Vincenzo down. And there's your Reaper's Scythe. Roshan time. To join these engagements, but he may go now. A lot of TPs coming in. Palos will join in. We'll try and focus down Cuckoo, but the Nightmare is going to save, or maybe not. They've drained all the mana, but now Gabby with the Eclipse trying to move in onto Bob, onto Vincenzo. Who are we actually aiming? Bob, he's still alive, but not for long. A big Burrow Strike epicenter. Carl's in. Tino's in trouble. On the DK, he's going to drop. And Shanks, well, he may not make it out either. It was a decent start. They focused down the Necro, but that's about all they get, along with Whitemon, and they'll pretty much wipe the whole team out apart from Palos. Gabby, still a minute on that Aegis left. They won't stop. They'll go for 2, and I think after that it'll be time to back off. Otino gonna jump in. There goes Palos as well, but he's been caught out again. No chance. Is the top racks is gone, and T1, they might force the buyback and go for T4 towers.
Yeah, can't quite go for Mega Creeps. Tier 2 still standing bot, but you have a Luna.
Right now, warning them. Palos still not buying back, just being very patient as they'll go on to Tino now with the break, the Dragon Knight. Just not tanky enough, and now the Eclipse. Vincenzo just can't survive as Palos is still not buying back. Gabby, almost hoping to die at this point, does finally go down. He needed the reset. But this game, I mean, it's basically over. There's no buyback coming out. There we go. Palos is now going to move in, but they've lost Tino a second time.
It's they don't have much fight. Yeah, it's a rough one for Execration. I think again it just came down to maybe timing from the off. They had this really strong start for Bomb. The mid lane went surprisingly well. Execration played as they said in the interview. Right, they went in guns blazing onto mid.
Who will enforce your will upon the battlefield today?
That lane's getting very aggressive as well, everyone does manage to get away without dying. Still feel very bad for Tino in this offlane Kunkka. He's just not been able to catch a break. There's now mid lane. Bob, he'll go for a bit of a chase onto Carl. Might have enough damage as well with the Firefly, and he does secure first blood. Bob was the one in danger initially, but Carl, going a bit too deep, does end up paying for it with his life. So I can't say it's quite as bad as, say, game 1.
Yeah, definitely not as bad. The build-up for Clinks is the weird one, though. Although they do catch Zephyr out.
Oh, do they? They do. Cuckoo, gonna be unable to trade as Palos will be very happy with that kill and does even get a free salve out from his Bane. Has set up onto this Necrophos. Brain Sap back off cooldown. Palos will move in, and Cuckoo. Well, he had the Ghost Shroud, but it wouldn't have helped anyway. He just doesn't bother popping it, and suddenly Palos gets a double kill on this Pos 1 Clinks.
That's big. You really want that Clinks to hit that early timing onto the mill.
Whitemon currently on fire. Freeze, not the biggest fan of fire, though Carl's gonna move in now. Rolling Thunder is on cooldown, but they still get a great trade. They found the Kunkka, and in fact the chase is on for Bob now. You've still got the haste rune going here for Carl, so he'll move in, try and focus down this kill. The Shanks is going to intervene and not allow him to keep going, so instead he'll take Shanks' life perhaps as the sticky napalm, slowing him down along with the flame break. Carl, he goes too far and Bob punishes him again. Oh, going to be able to take that double damage rune away, but mid lane Bob. Lasso is out. Cuckoo once again being the target. They really hate this Necrophos. It's Vincenzo with the Fiend's Grip stopping the Pangolin mid-track. This Carl cannot help out.
Be another route Palos goes for as well. I think the Clinks does keep up. He's just tied into Death Pact the same way Terrorblade's tied into Metamorphosis. So it's a little bit of a back and forth in that timing. I do feel like if you go ultra late game, the Terrorblade feels a lot better. His stat game's a lot better than the Clinks. His output's always good. And it scales a lot better. So late game, Terrorblade favored. Mid game, pretty even, depending on the itemization here.
Well, now Zephyr going to drop here to Bob once again as they will try to move on to the Bane and get some sort of trade going for themselves. But Vincenzo will drop. As Carl, looking for a bit more now, does move in onto Shanks, but not going to bother trying to go.
Very hard to fight into the both, and they are hunting here.
They are. Rolling Thunder is out. Carl gonna move in. Bob, he's a massive pickoff. You don't want to lose this guy right now. Nightmare, it's not gonna be enough. That's a big one. Carl will be happy with that, but now the turnaround. Tino will throw the boat in. Palos going for the burning barrage, but a big overgrowth out. It's got 4 heroes, but where's the follow-up? It's actually Cuckoo that drops. In fact, Carl, he even went down to Tino. It's a great team fight for Execration if they can make their way out, but they are falling slowly but surely as the blinding light comes through. They all just melt. It was a great start, John, but not such a great finish.
No, it just disrupted from T1. Really good position from Whitemont to break off the damage. Smoke.
Yeah, here we go, smoke on smoke situation. Bob gonna move in already with the lasso target onto Cuckoo. It's a great one to get started as Cuckoo's already dropping. Beach Grip even committed. They'll take him down. A great start for Execration, but now Carl, he's onto the Bat Rider. Bob gonna drop immediately as a swap. It's not gonna be good enough. Shank's trying his best. Now the overgrowth out onto the Bane, which will mean a 3rd target to go down. And I'll tell you what, John, I didn't really see what...
He didn't have a fastest start, and I think a lot of that means that no follow-up for Bob again. And speaking of Bob,
look at the damage. Like Carl just in one swashbuckle taking out over half of Bob's HP. And that'll be Bob Khan. Reaper's Scythe is there from Cuckoo. Tips are out for Bob. They're feeling themselves now. It's the tier 2 bottom tower under siege. And I'll be frank, maybe I'm going to sit up onto Whitemon. It may not be the target you really want to start on, especially considering Whitemon does have friends around, so instead they're going to try on Carl. Bean's Grip is stacked up on top of the lasso. Can they actually get the kill though? Overgrowth maybe buying some time as Carl. He's going to roll up. There's your Rolling Thunder. He should still drop, but no, he's out of there. Oh, he is well and truly out as Palos is still chasing him down, but he can't keep up. He'll pop the BKB eventually, but they are ignoring him completely. Gabby, but they've got about a minute and a half to try and figure out how they're going to try and fight against it.
Palos?
Very far forward. Solarbind is there. They don't even need the Rolling Thunder yet. They will eventually pop it and chase down Palos. Shanks is already gone. Palos, he's trying to fight with the BKB up. That's not going to be enough either. He just has to run. The chase continues. The roll-up is there. Carl chucks a U-turn. They've got the clicks, and there's your Reaper's Scythe. It's not quite enough, but eventually, with the shield crash, they'll get it done. There's even Tino. He needs the BKB TP away from Zephyr. Bob's getting tipped. I don't know why.
Properly, they might walk up the high ground.
Tino, that is a very aggressive walk up. I'm not sure about that one. Overgrowth gonna lock everyone down again. Whitemon with the perfect initiation. They'll take down the Tree Protector, but that's about all they're getting right now as Palos has been targeted. Gabby just wanting the clinks. In fact, never mind that. They'll go after Tino or Carl. He'll chase Palos down by himself, but can you lock him down long enough? He mistimes the blink. So Palos might actually have a chance, or maybe not. The swashbuckle does land. Carl's still going, but now the Fiend Drip gonna hold him down. They're trying their absolute best. Palos though's gonna die to Zephyr without buyback once again. Gabby,
Tier 4s instead doesn't have the most time left on. Well, that's still halfway through. And should be able to clean up, force the buyback. I don't see any angles for Execration. Like maybe a fountain pullback with lasso or a swap.
here we go, Bob. Trying his best to buy a bit of time. Tips are already out. They know they've got Bob here, or maybe Tino does save the day. Still Zephyr just chasing him down on his own with the Solar Bind and the Illuminate Zephyr. He's going to take him down. I mean, why the hell not? Keeper of the Light just getting it all done as now he finds Shanks. He gets another. Fountain timing time it is. They want the GG call and they're going to get it. Palos has seen enough. Game 2 to go the way of Team 1. I know you told me, John. Do we still have a question mark over the Clinks hero?